Welcome to the PlayCompile stream, everybody. I don't know who I'm talking to. There's probably nobody here.
On Twitch, StreamerLemon says, PlayCompile is now live. Streaming software and game development, creating iVideo for iDLE Ultimate Animations.
Is this from something?
Welcome to the PlayCompile live stream.
Based on David Revoy. Pepper Carrot. Episode 10 Summer Special. Yeah, no one's heard of him. He's not going to sue me. Hello, Canthia.
Canthia says, first good morning. So the way the Tower MMO works Warp Server, they make you explore and level up every season, so when Season 1 finish and Season 2 start, they will wipe your account. You have to do it all over again.
Seriously?
It's the laziest way to inflate progress, leveling up, etc. G2 never play a real MMO.
But like, yeah, no, but other MMOs don't do that, right? That's like unique to Tower Fantasy, because like they wouldn't wipe your progress. Well, the only MMOs I've played Black Desert Online, that didn't do that. Final Fantasy 14, that didn't do that, and I guess you could say Blue Protocol as well.
Canthia says, nope, they have the tier system.
Yeah, typically like you would reach like a level cap for the season, and then they would like increase that by 10.
Says, and they slightly increase your level cap.
Yeah, exactly. Like a new season comes out, and then they would like increase the level cap by 10 or something like that. I really like this fish, but I don't know whether it's copyrighted. You know what? I think we'll get this fish. Okay, so what we're basically doing... Oh, check it out. I've got a new... Okay, check this out. I'm really proud of this. So we've got a music player now. But what I did is I made it so that the frame of my camera, if you watch the frame of my camera...
Canthia says, you keep all your free gacha weapons, but they will all become level 1 again at Season 2.
Turn the volume down to 32, 34, something like that. Yeah, my camera should shake to the music, basically. My camera frame. But if it's a quiet track, it'd be harder to notice. Yeah, I'm really happy with that, actually. With the camera frame and the music player, not the Tower Fantasy changes. Yeah, I mean, I might take a brief look at it, but it doesn't sound like fun, especially if they're just going to wipe your progress. Because even if you got somebody that you liked on Season 1, and you were happy at Season 1, you're just going to be miserable by Season 2 when they take it off you. That's crazy. That is such a weird way of doing things. That doesn't make any sense. I can't think what the advantage of that would be. I suppose the only advantage of it would be if you wanted to come into the game later on, you've got less to catch up on.
Canthia says, you'll keep your weapon skins, but they will be level 1 again.
Although, would you though? Because you're still going to be... You're still... Like, let's say a year from now, you decided to like start playing Tower Fantasy. I'd imagine you'd still have to go through Season 1 and 2 and 3 and whatever. You wouldn't just... Or would you just start on the new season, maybe? I guess if you started on the new season, the only advantage to that would be that new players coming in wouldn't have as much to catch up with.
Canthia says, you'll be at Season 3.
Yeah, but the downside of that then is that you'll never get to play Season 1 or 2 because you joined too late. Maybe that's like the FOMO thing. I don't know. That still seems really weird. That's such a weird way of doing things. Alright, so we're doing... We're going to do Marielle's ult animation. And if we read her character profile, she seems to like fish. Mixes comedy, tragedy, and fish facts. So I was thinking she could like summon a giant fish or something like that as part of her ult, or maybe like ride one or something. And I think this one looks cool because we've got like a start frame and an end frame version for when the fish attacks. So I'm gonna go get this one.
Canthia says, wouldn't matter your account be wiped, you'll only be missing out on gacha weapons, but you have to regain for them.
Yeah, that's such a weird way of doing things. It's snowing today in England, like, very heavily. Yeah, I tried that Shadow game off stream last night. I knew it wouldn't be for me. You can't even play as a female character. Like, what the hell? It's not weeby enough for me. Like, yeah, I was playing it. It was alright, but it's... Yeah. I don't know. It's not really my kind of thing. I kind of knew it wouldn't be. Alright, so fish the big fish, I guess, is the thing that we want. FBX, FBX. So if we load 3D Exchange... So what are you playing right now? You're just mostly playing Duet Night Abyss. Pika's still playing Blue Protocol. He's playing Duet Night Abyss, but he still hasn't caught up with where I was up to. I think with Pika, Pika just wants to catch up to me or something. I think Pika's more bothered that he's not up to where I was more than anything else. It's kind of weird. Right, so these are the two variations of the fish, so we could export... Ugh.
Canthea says, I am playing blue as well, I just want to finish that battle pass.
So that fish and that fish... Yeah, I didn't even care about finishing... Oh, I didn't get the battle pass though in Blue Protocol. I did get the battle pass in Duet Night Abyss, but I wasn't even that bothered about finishing it because the main thing I wanted from the battle pass was the little minion thing, which I got, and the outfit, which I also got. So I wasn't really bothered about anything else. Like, if I feel like grinding that game, I'll go back to it and grind it anyway. I suppose the extra mats don't really bother me that much. It's just there's not enough time as well. I'm trying to work on this. I haven't worked on this in ages, so I'm trying to get like caught up a little bit. Because this is two separate models. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. What we could do is center that, send it to iClone.
Canthea says, I have it almost finished. Jewel Abyss was easy, you finished the battle pass a long time ago.
I finished the battle pass. I don't think I did though. I'm pretty sure I only just started it really. I got the things that I wanted out of it still. Mostly wanted out of it. But yeah, I think there was still stuff I could have logged in and gotten. But
Canthea says, I mean I finished it.
Oh, you mean you finished it? Yeah. Yeah, but I've been playing so many other things. I've been playing Overfield. I haven't been playing a whole lot because I've been working on this a lot. I'm trying to get back into this. Right, it's lost its material. So somewhere in the folder there should be, there it is, texture, Dormor. So if we click, there it is.
Canthea says,
Fish
I will
texture.
finish Blue Battle Pass today.
Blue Protocols. Yeah, I didn't get Blue Protocols Battle Pass, but I did buy a daily gem pass. And I got most of them. I think I had like 6 days left on the daily gem pass, but I was like, you know what? I don't really care about those extra few hundred gems. I've got too much to do. I'd rather just have the time. So that's what I did. There we go. Right, we've got the fish texture now. That looks very cloudy though. Why does it look so cloudy?
Canthea says, they give you all the 6 days you miss when you log in it, remember?
What, Blue Protocol? What, even a daily gem pass though?
Canthea says, you.
That's kind of weird. I'll probably go back to Blue Protocol once, like, I feel like I can do all...
Yes, I missed 3 days, I got all 3 days worth.
Like, Persona pissed me off yesterday because in Persona... So, basically in Persona... I played up to the first boss. It was so weird. I played up to the first boss because the first boss wasn't out when the game first came out. And then I just like didn't play it for months because I'm like, okay, I'll come back when there's content to play. So I came back and then it let me do the first boss, I think, but I couldn't kill him. Long story short, I've spent like the past 2 weeks leveling up my account just to be able to go into chapter 2. It's let me get so far, but now I've reached a boss that, even after leveling 10 more levels, is just way too strong for me. So now it's like the game wants me to put another like 20 hours in, like another 2 weeks of like logging in every day and grinding just to go up another 10 levels. And I'm like, it's just not worth it. It's just not, I don't want to put that much time into it. Oh, there we go. Strength was turned down. There we go. It looks way better. And I think that's the problem when you take a single player game that worked traditionally like a traditional JRPG and then you try and tack the gacha on. That's what you're going to end up with.
Canthea says, some content expect you to have C6 characters. My free-to-play friends was lucky to have so many C6 characters.
In Persona, I mean, mine's not bad, right? Like, mine's not a free-to-play account. It's a bit of a dolphin account. I had Anne at C3.
Canthea says, yay.
Yeah, I had Anne at C3. I had my Ice Girl at C5. She's only a 4-star though, but she's good though. And then I went and got that new Miku character, which took me fucking ages to get. And most of them have like their best in slot weapons as well. Anne has hers at C1. So like it was by no means like a a weak account or anything, but it's just time gated to hell and back. I think that's what it is. And I get why they do that, because they don't want you doing what I do, which is like, leave the game and then treat it like a single player game. But at the same time, what are you supposed to do if you want to come back and catch up? You know what I mean? Like, you've got to offer players a way to not like to play casually. If you don't, do you know that games received a Game of the Year nomination as well for Best Mobile Game of the Year? Have you seen the gacha revenue chart? Like, it's not even on the gacha revenue charts, right? How did that game get a Mobile Game of the Year? Let's have a look. Gacha revenue. What was it? October 2025. Yeah, Wuthering Waves got a nomination, which
Canthea says,
I think that's
that is set up.
I think that's a bit more deserved. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's not even on here, right? Like, okay. Unless they're trying to say it's a newer game, but Wuthering Waves isn't a newer game. Like, Wuthering Waves has been out more than a year now. But, like, every single one of these games...
Canthea says, Wuthering Waves makes sense.
Yeah, it makes more sense than Persona, definitely. Because I don't think there's that many, like, big enough, like, new games, if it had to be, like, a new game or whatever. But yeah, it's not even on this list, so it's not even in the top 50 gacha revenue earners. Memento Mori is making more money than it.
Canthea says, person just released 2.
Yeah. I know, but it's garbage. No one's playing it. That's the point. It's not making money. So how that got a nomination is just ridiculous. Stellar Sora is making more money than it. Memento Mori is making more money than it. So if it's such a great game, how is every other live service game dominating it in terms of revenue? Even like Hatsune Miku, Infinity Nikki. Like, some of these games are like ancient and already considered half dead. Etheria Restart. Like, I don't know how you can say that it deserves a nomination for best.
Canthea says, because the person that run the nominajon loves that game.
Yeah, I think it's more like bribery or something like that, I would imagine. I don't know. Uma Musume is on there as well. I mean, Uma Musume makes a bit more sense if you're sort of measuring its popularity. It has been very popular. But even Uma Musume, these Japanese gacha games are just so grindy and greedy, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, whatever. I think the Game of the Year awards no longer really represents... It seems disconnected from players, especially me anyway. The kind of games I like, it doesn't appeal to. Right, so if she summons this giant fish... I think she should be pointing as if to say, Sicken boy! So if we make a point, like Sicken boy, we can't make a point because her fingers aren't rigged, but we can raise her arm up.
Canthea says, Game of the Year just free advertising now.
Yeah, but I feel like at one point it used to somewhat represent, players. What is happening? There it is, right. Do I want this arm? Oh, this arm. I feel like this arm would look better. Like she's pointing to the camera or the enemy or whatever. Attack. there, like that. So she's like, attack! Okay, so we could do that. It's kind of hard to see the arm there, though. It kind of blends into everything else. The arm wants to be straight as well if she's kind of like pointing. No, she looks like she's trying to do a Hitler salute. There we go.
Canthea says, they only take 30% of games. If anything they show take gacha revenue chart or Steam activity charts.
Well, that's my point. They can't be going by revenue this time, because that game doesn't make any fucking money. You can't even say it's a good example of a game just because it makes a lot of money, because it doesn't. Yeah, do you see my camera frame now wiggling to the music? That's cool. Alright, so we need some kind of background for this. Like an underwater or something. I think would work. So Marielle won.
Canthea says, yes, then now you know the awards are a scam now.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous though. Right, so if we open our AI, our Stable Diffusion, why does it take so long? Run as administrator, you piece of shit. Did I drink my tea? Okay, it stopped snowing now. Oh, there's always a fucking update. Literally, I was using this thing yesterday. Okay, so that is it done. This is from Zenless Zone Zero. Is that font displaying correctly? I don't think it is. I can't fucking win with this thing. Okay, it's gone off now. Installing requirements. What do you mean? Just because you did a stupid little update? Oh, these things drive me nuts. Yeah, it's also like the same game, so that Claire Obscure is like literally being nominated for everything. Now, I can't really comment because I haven't really played it properly. But I think it's kind of ridiculous how like the same 3 games get nominated for absolutely every single category. It just feels so rigged at this point. Underwater background with bubbles, coral and small fish. Let's try that. So we want 24, 720 by 720 with high res fix, and we'll do like 20 iterations. Alright, and then the date should have changed. It's the 19th. 19th of November. That's scary. We need to find some Christmas games. Christmas games would be good. Can you imagine? No, that's not gonna work. I feel like these are gonna be too busy. That one's not bad, I guess. I could try it. So if we push that one underneath the characters. Yeah, they look like they're in a giant fish tank though. Now that one's alright actually. Right, and then for the second part, what I need is the second fish, which is that one, applying to iClone, and it's going to come like right up to the camera basically. Okay, so we need to shrink it down a bit. That's a bit too big. Too big. We need to get its texture back. There we go. Maybe bring this arm down a bit. We can move it this way a little bit, I guess. Alright, let's try that. But we need like the same background. Although if we... the problem is, if we keep the fish in the same place, then they're not going to move. But it's not like I can just move them easily, though. Okay, I'll just try leaving them there and see what... See what we get. Also, like, yeah, okay, she's moved a bit too much, I think, compared to from where she was. So to line her up with where she was a bit more, I'd have to like put the feet where they were. Oh, but then we move the. Okay, we'll just line it up as best we can. There, because otherwise the fish mouth doesn't line up. Sure, we'll see what we get. I'm not sure how this one's going to work out. Oh, I also didn't save the other one. So fish the big fish. Marielle, this one would be 2. Compression none. This one would be Marielle 1. Okay, then we need to go to our AI video generator. Video. Fish the big fish. Stop advertising to me. I've already given you money, you motherfuckers. Marielle 1 is the start frame. Which for some reason isn't going in. There we go. Marielle 2 is the end frame. And our prompt wants to be: girl sends her pet fish to viciously attack the camera. Alright. Let's go with it. So next up is Himari. Girl 18. Okay, there's Himari. Let's read Himari's profile. Himari is the storm behind the flame, explosive, emotional, and very online. Armed with a firebolt and a mountain of ambition, she's constantly clashing with her older sister Chizuru in battles, both real and petty. She acts like she doesn't care, but her idealism burns bright. Every fight, every snarky comment is fueled by a longing to matter on her own terms. Fiercely competitive, but oddly lovable, she dreams of building her own identity and maybe launching a chaotic anti-authority clothing brand with slogans like "Not your sidekick." I don't know what would her ultimate look like. She's a bow user, fire. Is Chizuru also a bow user? Did I do that on purpose? Yeah, she is. So I even gave him the same element and weapon type. She's a debuffer. What should her ultimate look like? I really don't know. Alright, let's see it. Okay, considering how viciously... Why is she pointing over there? What is this song? Let me just turn it down a bit. I mean, yeah, sure, it's okay, I guess. It's just... I'm not sure why she points off to the left, and it's also very slow. I suppose we could speed the video up. Yeah, Pika was saying something about Blue Protocol changing nicknames or something. Censoring nicknames. And I said, well, surely if you didn't have an offensive nickname to begin with, there would be no reason for them to make you change it. I don't know what the heck he was trying to say. It didn't make a whole lot of sense. You know what? I feel like Marielle. I feel like Himari here could maybe do something with like cherry blossoms or something. She's got the Japanese schoolgirl uniform. In fact, for some reason, I'm also kind of picturing her doing something like with a fan or something. Like holding a Japanese fan, doing a bit of a dance with it, and then like something to do with a cherry blossom. Because she is a debuffer as well, so it's not like she needs to do a whole lot of damage when she does her ult. You know, I think I kind of like that. So we could start by looking for a Japanese fan. Something like that. There's a few actually. Maybe this one? This one looks kind of interesting. Mind you, that's so freaking low poly. I kind of like it though. Alright, we could go with this one, 164 triangles. Okay, so if we get the GLTF, open the importer, extract it. Yeah, no, that font's not working. Let me go fix this. This is so fucking annoying. I've tried. I swear to God, right? I think I know what the issue is. Okay, let me load Agent Miku. The issue is that whichever font I decide to use... So first of all, the original font has to support Unicode. The reason it's doing this is because a lot of the track titles are in Japanese. So if we go to my stream safe music, right, you can see how a lot of the track names are in Japanese. So first of all, the original font has to support Unicode. But then also the TMP asset needs to also support Unicode. And this is where the mismatch is coming in. Let's start by finding a font that we want for the music player. And I think it'd be best to find one that supports Unicode. So if we just look for free Unicode font download. That's what I meant. Unicode fonts. No, these are like the fucking web fonts. I don't want a web font. I want like a true type font. Okay, so it wants to be a true type font download. I mean, yeah, like the famous one would be like the Arial Unicode or something. Would obviously support it. So what kind of font do I want my music player to display tracks in? Something like Noto could work. Some of these are like too heavy though. I guess Noto, Mono, Regular. It's very boring though, isn't it?
Canthea says, G2 has a lot mindless followers over at CN, which is why CNMMO Warp server did okay.
Yeah, I can't imagine why anybody would want to play that though. I mean, each to their own, right? If you really love Tower Fantasy, maybe it's your kind of jam. But, oof. Doesn't sound like something I'd want to do. Lather regular Unicode font. Yeah, this one's pretty good actually. Lather. Okay, where can I download that from? It says download. Download TTF. Right, Lather. So if I go into my Agent Miku, there should be a fonts folder in here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. I've got quite a few there. Okay, I know what the issue is. So if I go into my downloads folder, we should already be in my downloads folder. It's just there. Right, there's the Lather font. There's the folder. Okay, so we have the font. Lather regular Unicode. Then what we have to do is we have to go to where is it? TextMesh Pro Font Asset Creator. Then in the Font Asset Creator we pick the font, which is Lather Unicode, and then there's, I'm sure there's an option in here somewhere that says we want to include Unicode. So font face, Lather regular, auto sizing, 512. There it is. Unicode
says,
range.
I don't mind they grin, just increase the level cap, make higher tier level gear, raise level 5 levels more. To me, they took the laziest approach, is like they recycling content over and over, just add new free gacha characters every season.
Wait, what's this? Enter a sequence of Unicode hex values to define the characters to be included in the font asset, or retrieve one from another font asset. What? Maybe extended ASCII already does it. What's characters from file? Character file. Okay, let me ask ChatGPT, because those things don't really make that much sense to me. Okay. I'm trying to create a text mesh pro asset in Unity which supports Japanese characters. When asked for range, we have... Okay, well, first of all, I gotta explain that I got a Unicode font. I've downloaded a Unicode font. When asked for range, we have... So these don't really make sense in the context of Unicode characters, that's the thing. So our options are ASCII, extended ASCII, obviously ASCII lowercase and uppercase we wouldn't want, numbers and symbols. Also, I should probably make it clear that I also want Western letters as well, which supports Japanese characters and Western letters together. When asked for range, we have ASCII, extended ASCII, Unicode range, etc. However, it asks for a file or list of characters when picking Unicode. What is the way to do this? What's the right way to do this, I guess? Let's try that. To generate a font asset that supports Japanese and Western characters, you have two correct paths, and which one you choose depends on whether your font already contains the glyphs. Easiest and most common use, character set Unicode range and provide a character range file. Are you fucking kidding me? When you choose Unicode range, TMP needs to know which ranges of Unicode to include. It does not automatically assume all Japanese and all ASCII, because that would produce a huge font atlas, multi-megabytes. So it asks for a text file that specifies the range or the exact characters. So I should pick Unicode ranges. And then I can just put those in to include what I want. That's so stupid. How the hell are you meant to know that? Anyway, whatever. Okay, so that should do it. Lather regular. Create font atlas. Input string was not in the correct format. What? Does it not support the comments, or does it not like those ranges? It doesn't like those ranges like that. Use character set equals custom characters with a text file containing all characters. How am I supposed to know? Where am I supposed to get all the fucking characters from? This is so ridiculous. Recommended setup for Japanese and Western for most games. If your font actually supports Japanese, create a file JP full
Since ads
ranges.
are about to run on Twitch, how about I tell you a joke?
Oh, hurry up. I'm trying to read this.
Why did the coach go to the bank? To get his
To
quarterback.
kill you. That's so dumb. Right, anyway, create a file, jpfullranges.txt, containing... Use Unicode range in the TMP. Why does it have to be in a fucking file? It's got a window though, right, that I can paste into. I tried pasting it in and it doesn't like it. So like that doesn't really make any fucking sense. Why would it need to be in a file? It's just more work. It's just more steps for like no fucking logical reason. Right. So JP text range dot text. Use Unicode range. This is what I'm trying to do. Select font asset. There is no way to generate a file. This is what I'm saying, right? There is no fucking file loading mechanism in the fucking window. The only option... Oh my god, I'm gonna kill somebody. Right, I'm actually gonna kill somebody. I fucking hate GBT. Okay. Issue. The issue. There's no way to load a font text range file when selecting Unicode range. Instead, my options are 1. Select an existing font asset, or 2. A small window lets me paste in character sequence hex. Character sequence hex. I tried option 2 with the range you provided and get the following errors when attempting to generate them. I don't need this right now. I'm trying to do my fucking AI video. This is what I mean, right? Why is everything always such a fucking pain in the fucking ass? Right, there we go. The issue. Let's see what it says about this shit. Right. You're running into this because TMP font asset creator UI changed in newer versions of Unity. Oh, of course it did. Now the Unicode range field only accepts a very specific hex format and ranges must follow exact syntax or TMP immediately throws the GUI error you saw. So what you're basically saying is you told me the wrong solution then. The fix used the correct syntax, no comments, no spaces, no hyphens. Copy and paste this exact range in there. Well, if you'd have told me that before, I would have. Okay. Let's see if this works. Yay! They do make these things way more convoluted and complicated than they need to be, though. Like, I get why it's a thing. I get why I need to specify character ranges, because there's so many fucking letters around the world that you'd end, and it makes images out of these, so you would end up with like a massive fucking font thing, which you might not necessarily want. So I get that part. The part I don't get is why they've made it so fucking awkward to actually specify these ranges. Okay, so now it... Assertion failed on expression. Hopefully it'll be fine. Okay, hopefully it'll be fine. So now if I go to my music player font on Canvas, where is that? TXT music mode. And we change the font to Lava. Oh, it didn't even fucking generate in the end. Oh, great. This time we got far into generation and then got a new error. It seems the font asset was not created. Okay, fuck my life. This time we got Faraday generation and then got a new error. It seems the font asset was not created. That error is not caused by a Unicode ranges. It's a known Unity TMP edit aside bug when trying to generate very large static font atlases, especially for CJK ranges. What's happening when TMP tries to generate thousands of glyphs at once? It creates temporary internal objects that have the don't save and edit or hide flag. Unity's asset serialization tries to write them to disk. Unity asserts that these objects are not allowed to be saved. So like all this, oh, it's really easy to do this, and then it's like now it's like 20 minutes later we still can't get this to work. You cannot generate a full kanji atlas in a single static font asset. Text Mesh Pro cannot statically pre-render the full CJK. So basically, I'm better off then. So it sounds like I'm better off ditching Text Mesh Pro entirely and just using a fucking legacy text thing. Yeah, no, this sounds like way too much work. This all just sounds like way too much work. It sounds like I'd be better off ditching Text Mesh Pro altogether and using Text Legacy for this, since using the font directly should just display relevant characters. This all just sounds like way too much work. It sounds like I'd be better off ditching Text Mesh Pro altogether and using Text Legacy for this, since using the font directly should just display the relevant characters. Short answer, no. Switching to Legacy... You're full of shit. I'm going to prove you wrong. It will not solve this. No, you're fucking wrong. I'm telling you right now, you're fucking wrong. I know it's wrong. I know for a fact it's fucking wrong. Because I've done it before. So GBT is fucking gaslighting me right now, saying that I can't do it with normal text. I'm going to fucking prove it. You lying sack of shit. I know for a fact it's wrong. You're wrong, GBT. Right, so lather regular Unicode, right? So here's our text. I'm gonna have to reprogram to pass it to this instead, but I know this will work. I've done it before. I've done it so many times. I've been using Unity for over fucking 12 years. GPT's telling me I'm fucking wrong. I know for a fact I'm not. Because all it does is it outputs the font. That's the difference, right? Like if the font supports the characters, then it will display those characters. So how does it think it wouldn't? Like, you're so full of shit. GBT's full of shit. It's fucking gaslighting me. Yeah, we can make it look better by shrinking it down as well. There we go. And then it just kind of, it's like rendering at a higher render resolution, basically. So it makes it look a bit better. Okay, so this is going to be my... I'm going to rename that one to old. And then we're going to call this one TXT Music Mod. Alright, then what we need to do is we need to go into our music player. What a fucking pain in the ass. There it is, music player. And we're going to make it so that this now outputs to legacy text. And I guarantee this will fix it. I fucking guarantee it. Fucking gaslighting piece of shit. So we need to say Unity Engine UI so that we have access to text. This can now be a text object, TXT music mode, and then it's basically the same thing. It's basically just output text. So then we reassign the new type. When it catches up. So there's my new music mod text. I'm going to turn that one off. I can delete it eventually once I've confirmed that it works. Okay, so now let's test it. I'll load my AI agent.
Agent Uma says, Action Playco 15 Uma Heart Agent Uma has galloped into chat. Heart. I've updated the stream tags. Welcome to the PlayCompile live stream.
Alright, so we'll get the playlist on. Now we have to wait until we get a song that has Japanese characters in it. And of course, I was unlucky enough to not get one. We can also add like outlines and stuff to it as well if we want to. I'm just wondering how long this is going to take to get a Japanese song. It's probably also playing two songs at once right now. Let me close the big one. Alright, while we test this, let's get back to work. So where was I up to? I can't even fucking remember. I was downloading a fan. Hand fan. And we have a GLTF version. So import hand fan. In import, we should now have hand fan, which we do. We can get rid of the frog. There it is. How we doing? What's this next one? Of course it wouldn't be a fucking Japanese song. We just gotta wait until it is so that I can prove that it worked. We could also make it so that this font color cycle's the same as the... I think I will actually. Ugh. Okay, let's... go to my camera frame color cycle logic. We're gonna give the color cycle a new reference to our text object of txt music mod. And when we output the color, update color, we're also going to say txt music mod color equals new color. There we go. So what I've essentially done is I'm going to add outline to this as well. Outline 2 -2 black. 34, I guess. Alright, are we ready? Check it out. So now our music mode should text should match the camera frame color when I start the playlist. Oh yeah, but it.
Welcome to the PlayCompile live stream.
There we go. See, Japanese text. What did I say? Oh, I can't wait. You're wrong. I just tested it. It works fine since the legacy component just displays default directly. Totally fair. Thank you for testing it instead of just taking my word for it. Yes, legacy UTEX can display. Oh, you. What's that? You're backpedaling now, are you? Yeah, that looks way better with the color cycle as well. Can make it smaller. We could go for 30 actually. Alright, there we go. So we fixed it. I mean, what we didn't do though, but I'm not really that bothered to be honest. It was supposed to, when I'm changing music modes, it's supposed to be a specific color so that it stands out a bit more and I can tell that I've changed music modes. But honestly, that's just a very small thing. We can fix that later, but I just can't be arsed right now. Mainly, I just wanted to fix the font because it looked weird. It was just displaying a load of like weird squares and stuff. Now what you do need is you need the font. Yeah. Yeah, the drawback is you need the font installed on the client machine for it to work. For this project, that's fine since it's a personal stream overlay. Alright, let's do it!
Welcome to the PlayCompile live stream.
One fix at a time. Does that look good? It's hard to tell on this tiny little thing. I think it should look good. It feels like it's a little bit too, because it feels like it's kind of sat like right on the bottom of the title bar. I probably want it up a tiny smidgen. But honestly, you can wrestle with these things forever till you go crazy. There's like no such thing as perfect. Sometimes you just gotta settle. Alright, I think that could work. Cherry blossom falling leaves background. I guess it would be falling petals. Who's the chick? What the fuck? I never asked for no chick. Too pink. Too pink. Can't see the pink fan. Too pink.
On Twitch, Streamer Lemon says, Loki Makey climbed aboard, closing parenthesis.
If we make it a different colour though, it looks kind of weird, right? Maybe purple. Get away with the purple a little bit. I don't know. Actually, you know what I like the idea of in this one? So for this particular ultimate animation, what if we started with the cherry blossoms like kind of pink like this? And then towards the end they go like kind of a menacing kind of blue as the attack happens. I think I like that. Alright, so we'll start with this like kind of warm pink like this, Also, if we're worried about her popping, we could add a stroke, which just gives like a black outline of everything. And in that way, we'll do like a stroke of 2. That just kind of gives her a bit of separation from the background. Yeah, I kind of like that. I like the framing of it as well. Looks pretty good. Alright, so this is going to be our start frame. We'll save it in hand fan, Himari 1. So for the end frame, I need to attach this fan to the hand so that it moves along with it. So let me just check that. Lower arm. Hand. Okay, now as I animate her, she should take the fan with it. So maybe like raise the fan even higher. Bring this arm out. She looks like an Egyptian. See the Egyptian dance. Yeah, something like that, I think. Straighten up the hips. And this leg. Bring this leg in a bit. Okay, let's go. Bring the head up. Alright, so this is like the attack, essentially. Let's rotate that hand a little bit. There we go. So this will be like the attack moment, where she does like, well, she's a debuffer, right? So she does whatever she does, right, to cause the enemy to receive debuffs. We can push the camera in a bit more. Okay, let's go with that. So we're going to save this one as Himari 2. So we're going to use the same image and stick her here with a stroke of 2. Stroke of 2. Just to pop her out from the background a little bit. So she wants to be sort of round here somewhere. Where is she in relation to where she was? Yeah, because we have to make room for the fan. I guess if the camera has moved up, I guess, yeah, to include the fan, then the background should move. I'm struggling. The background would move down so that we see more of the top of the background as well, right? Yeah, I think so. So background layer, we want to move it down a little bit if we have the capability. Yeah, we do. Just ever so slightly. Let's get rid of the other one. And then I was going to do ominous blues on the hue. We can take some of the saturation out as well, just make it a little bit more ominous. Maybe even darken it a little bit. Ooh, yeah, that's menacing. Menacing, I like it. We can even make it glow a little bit if we wanted to. I've done that before. It looks quite good. Let's see. Let's test it and see what it looks like. If we give her a bit of a glow. Like a pink. Because it's like cherry blossom attack, right? Yeah, that's kind of nice. I like that. Okay, and now what I want is I need to give the AI the visual layering of what the effect should be, right? So this is all background, this is all foreground, and then when she does an attack, I want cherry blossom petals to fall down, right? And that's going to be the effect, if you like. So we now need like a separate layer of like cherry blossoms falling. Just gonna check to see what AI made me. Yeah, I think what we would need is to reprompt that a little bit. just stop that a second. What? I never asked for girls. Why give me free girls? I don't want these girls. It just throws girls. What's better? Normally it throws boobs in. It's like you ask for like a freaking, I don't know. You ask for like a paper airplane and it gives you like a freaking girl with big massive boobs with a fucking paper airplane t-shirt on or something, and it's like, no, why is everything boobs? Right, okay. I blame the training data. Yeah, we all know what it's being trained on. Right, okay, so we're gonna say plain black background, cherry blossom petals falling. Helps if I spell petals correctly. Plain black background, cherry blossom petals falling. Okay, come right now. Let's see what we get. I'm also going to do something similar on Google, because I think there might be like cherry blossom petals. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we might be in business here. Even this one. 845 Shutterstock images. Let's take a look at this one. This kind of works. I'll just steal it. I don't have to steal it. Okay, can we steal it? Because they'll want... How much do you want for this one? Normally it's like $800 for a picture of some fucking cherry blossoms. Like, yeah, sure, I'm going to give you that. £7? £7 they want for this one image. £7. Alright. Well, I'm going to fair use it. I'd say this comes under fair use because my game is free and it's a creative project demonstration. You know, it's more like a proof of concept than a real game. I'm not charging money for it. So the way I see it, this is fair use. Alright, so let's find the one that we want. I mean, these are quite busy, I guess. Busy is good for like the end of the sequence. I think I like this one. It's very blurry though. It's very overlap. This'll work. We can make this one work. Okay, so here's what we do. We save the image. iStock photo, sure, we'll just leave it as whatever. We AI upscale. This one was working great yesterday. There we go. %400%. Let's go. What did AI make for me? Yeah, I knew it! It's just sticking girls everywhere. Hurry up! Download! Let's go. Let's go. Alright, what's the res? Huge! Okay, big win, big win. We're going to duplicate that layer. We're going to get rid of this one. We're going to magic wand the background. There we go. We're going to copy it. So we want the layer in... I don't know, do we? Do we want to just put it on top of everything? Really, we should probably do both. Okay, you can see we've got some areas that shouldn't have been... These aren't actually cherry blossoms. Alright, we need to go back to our selection. So it probably needs tuning up a little bit. So instead of 8, let's try 18. Let's try that one. I feel like it's cut into some of them now though. That still looks better. Yeah, actually I think the best thing to do here is to paste some in front and some behind. So that's good for like the front layer. And then if we flip this, let's do both horizontal and vertical. And then we can go and put this in the background as well. And just find something that looks kind of good. Okay, I think that looks good for the end frame. Not sure about this one. Let's get rid of that one. Just kind of in an awkward place. Which layer is it on? It's not that one. It's on that one. I'll get. Oh shit, we're not on that layer. Okay, now we are. Just get rid of that one. There we go. I think that looks good. I think that looks good. We could shrink them. They are a bit big, maybe. Well, yeah, the background one looks better shrunk because it's like they're further back, right? Let's go with that. And in the foreground, we can even blur the background ones a little bit actually. If we got a filter, do like a lens blur. It's way too much. Just subtle, 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 subtle. Radius 90. Radius 9. Oh, that looks really good. Oh, that looks really good. Okay, I like that a lot. I think that's a good end frame. So we're going to go back to hand fan. PNG. Mari 2. Go to our AI prompt. Zip, zip, zip. Video. Alright, so in downloads, it's in hand fan. Where's hand fan? Wham bam, thank hand fan. Alright, start image, end image. Amazing, right? So, girl dances with fan and summons falling cherry blossom petals. Awesome. Girl dances with fan. Gracefully. Girl gracefully dances with fan and summons falling cherry blossom petals. Awesome, let's go. This is gonna be a good one. I can feel it. I probably should have said like the sky or the background, like I think it'll do it itself though, because AI has to sort of transition from A to B anyway. So I think it will figure out, okay, this is, you know, the same thing, but it's changed colors and it's moved up a bit or down a bit, whatever it is, and it will fill in the blanks. But maybe I should have mentioned that. Alright, who's next on our list of victim characters? Let me just get rid of some of these. Don't need these. Don't need this. 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 Alright, so next up is Zoe. Zoe's blade burns bright, but her presence is quiet, a fire-wielding outsider from a distant planet. This is the alien girl. She often finds herself lost in human customs, especially when it comes to sarcasm, slang, or small talk. Her shy demeanour hides a fiercely protective heart, and she's quick to defend anyone who feels out of place, just like her. So she's an alien girl. She's a space alien girl. She's a 5-star. I don't know, something with like lasers, robots, UFOs, something weird, something alien. Like she could even just summon a little alien. We could start by having a look for little aliens and see if we can find a cute little alien for her to summon. Maybe, let's try cute alien. Cute aliens. Oh, this is cute. Maybe it like vomits all over you or something. I don't know. I kind of like this one. It's kind of funny. I gotta make sure it's not from any like well-known IP or anything though. Ideally. Right now I'm just trying to get a feel. Did our video generate? Probably. Let's see it. Oh, that's nice. I like the way the fan turns into a floppy sheet of paper at some point. That's actually pretty good. She glows way earlier. Like I did a little bit of glow at the end, but it made a glow very early in the animation. You know what else is weird? Yeah, okay, if you look at what it's done, so it was able to detect the 2 layers of cherry blossoms. So we have the front layer cherry blossoms, which are animated quite quickly. And if you look closely at the background cherry blossoms, they are falling but very slowly. Which is, it looks weird. It's fine though, I guess. They kind of just get drawn on the screen and then very slowly fall. It's as if it thinks like the distance between the front cherry blossoms and the back cherry blossoms are like 64 miles apart, even though it would only be a very short distance. But it's interesting how it definitely like was able to distinguish between the front cherry blossoms and the back cherry blossoms. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's kind of interesting. Alright, we'll download that one. What is this 1970s porn music? What the fuck is this? I blame Persona. I feel like I should be... I don't know, I feel like I should have a porn mustache, you know what I mean? And I should be like helping some 18-year-old blonde girl with a plumbing or something, you know what I mean? Why hello, young lady. Why hello, ma'am. I believe you're having some issues with the waste disposal unit. So I've heard. I've never watched anything. Obviously I've never watched such a video. So I've been told. Himari, add this to the ultimate. Final ultimates. Okay, so we've got Alien Girl up next. Just close those. Yeah, I was looking at some aliens. Let me try UFO. Yeah, I'm thinking if she just like summons like a UFO, so she like calls home or whatever, you know, and this big UFO just shows up and like lasers the fuck out of the enemy. There's a big blasts a big laser at the enemy or something. She calls the mothership. This one's kind of interesting. Like, it wants to look like somewhat ominous, I think. That one looks fucking ominous, but it looks more like a yo-yo than a UFO. This one looks very military grade. This is what I imagine a UFO would look like if it was made by the United States government or something. I don't know. This one's quite kind of cool. Looks like a toy. Looks like a toy though. That was kind of a little bit ominous. RateMyUFO.com. This. Oh my god, that's a fucking Nazi German UFO. Look at that. It's like if Hitler ever made a UFO, this is probably what it would have looked like. Yeah, it's a little too controversial, I think. I don't know. I've seen too many of these now. Could this one work if we retextured it? It's just a bit plain textured, but we could always change the texture up. I mean, this one looks alright. Let's try this one. Let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, that one looks pretty good. I think that looks good. Alright, what options do we have? We're gonna have to GLTF that. Yeah, this has some like texturing issues. I think it's like single-sided texture issues. I feel like I can't remember whether iClone 7 supports double-sided texturing or not. There's only one way to find out. Yeah. Oh, lovely. I can't remember last time I had these. Wow, these used to be my favourite crisps, you know, back in the day. I haven't seen them in ages. They're lovely, them. Yeah, well, you don't see many beef crisps anymore, do you?
No, seabrook crisps are lovely.
I think it's ever since that mad cow scare, which I thought was stupid, because it's not like it has real beef in it. And what if you're already a mad cow? I'm already a mad cow, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Thank you for that. Right, so this looks kind of rusty. I don't know what happened to the shiny, modern-looking UFO. It became rusty and... I don't know. It's like a hand... It's like my sister's old hand-me-down UFO, you know. Passed down through the family. We couldn't afford a shiny new one. Oh, I forgot to load the new... Okay, let's save that. So we want girl 19. Okay, here she is in all of her glory. We want to add the UFO. Right, first things first, we've got to make this look better. This looks like shit. It didn't look like that though, did it? On the web, like, I mean, not really. How did it go from this to this? False advertising. If ever I saw it, this is false advertising. I feel like she would have a purple UFO. The other weird thing is it only has one material, so you can't even really separate these LED light things. I don't think this UFO is working. It just looks dramatically different from what we were promised. If you ordered this on eBay and this came in the post, you'd be like, what the fuck? I want my money back. I think we shop elsewhere. We could try this one. This reminds me of like whenever you talk to a girl who admits she doesn't know anything about cars or whatever. You're like, oh, so what kind of car have you got? A green one. Okay, yeah. She just wanted a green UFO, you know, she just wanted a green one. That's fine. I mean, I'd be the same if you asked me about handbags or whatever, right? What happened to my... Wait, that... What... Did I get a... I'm so confused. Oh, it downloaded as UFO brackets 1. Because we already had a UFO. So this is our new UFO. So we're looking for UFO brackets 1. Should be the bottom, shouldn't it? Yeah, there it is. Oh my god, I hate it when people put a zip inside of a zip. It should be illegal to put a zip inside of a zip. I still feel that way. I'm right though. I'm not sure what happened to the textures. Curvature, emission, base map. Base color, base map. It doesn't want me to select it though, does it? Why? There we go. Alright, let's try this one. This looks alright, actually. Oh, that looks way better. Oh, now we're partying. That is like a John Travolta fucking Saturday Night Fever UFO. That is amazing. You know, if you could picture John Travolta, what if she did that to summon it? What if she did like a fucking... Oh my god, I'm loving this because it's stupid and great. And what if the floor lights up like Saturday Night Fever style? She does a bit of a fucking boogie, right? This fucking UFO comes up and then just... I love it. I think that would be great. It's just so stupid that you can't help but love it. Disco floor. Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's stupid. This just looks like a Rubik's Cube. Evolution of dance. Oh, hell yeah. This is what I'm talking about. She does like a little boogie. Oh, she's gonna do a little boogie. This UFO summons. I do kind of want to give her like a little platform to stand on of some kind though. Fuck it, like what? I do think that's funny. Oh my god, how small are these? When I was a kid. Oh my god! They're so small! Look at my head! But when I was a kid, now don't say my head was smaller as a kid because it wasn't. I was a big-headed little child. Alright? I was born with this head size. It's not that. This is fucking ridiculous. 21 grams. That is the smallest packet of crisps I've ever seen. That is actually insane. I wish you could see how small it was. That is ridiculous. That's like fucking 10% of the size they used to be. Still tastes good. But Jesus. What a scam. We've got to stop putting up with the miniaturization of food. Shut up. These do taste great though. They're not real potato though. They're like those fucking Pringle things, you know, like powdered fake potato bullshit. They're nice, but like, you can tell they're not real potato. Did I not extract the disco floor? Are we sure? Well, since these are so small, I feel like I'm allowed to have two. I'm gonna stop. It do taste nice though. teeny tiny disco floor. I've had so much today, it's crazy. I didn't know someone was going to bring me food. So I already brought food up. So now I get like double food. I don't even always eat during the day. It's going to be the weirdest one out of all of them, I think. What will it make if I just say like disco background or something? Disco background. I just found out. It has some strange ideas about what a disco background should be. Well, that one's cool. It's gonna blend in with the floor too much, don't it? I'm turning into a fucking mukbang. I'm turning into a right mukbanger. I kind of like it though. I kind of fucking like it, you know what I'm saying? What if we gave it a... What if we gave it a white stroke? I mean, that's kind of interesting, right? That's fucking dope, my friend. That's dope. That's dope as fuck. How can you not think that's dope as fuck? That's too much. That though. I'm making art here, okay? I'm making fucking art here. This is some dope ass shit if ever. I mean, I know the kids probably don't say that anymore. Like, alright, granddad. Yeah, it's dope. But you know, I'm fucking old, so what do you want from, you know what I mean? For an old motherfucker like me, this is pretty dope. And it's pretty... This is fucking art, this. This is some fucking art, this. Oh, I'm loving it, I'm loving it. Right, now I need some kind of like, I don't know. Like volumetric light or tractor beam type thing, you know? Get some street dancing going, girl. Come on. What the fuck? said street dance and basic moves. Fucking let's go. Routine 3, god damn it, I want to see it now. Come on, that's it. Fuck yeah. Let's go. This is dope as fuck. This one's gonna either turn out absolutely fucking insanely stupid, or it's gonna be the dopest thing anyone's ever seen. I know why I keep saying dope. Probably because I'm a big fat dope. But that, I don't know how else to convey it, right? Late. Should I say late? It's gonna be fucking late, alright? How about that? How about if it's late? Alright, we need some kind of the thing I'm missing is some kind of the UFO is supposed to do something to us, right? So we're watching her strut her stuff, but the UFO should be I don't know, lasering us or some fucking thing. So I need to figure out what do I do from the mouth of the UFO to the camera, and how do I convey that? It could just shoot a giant laser ball at us or something, a giant ball at us or something. I don't know, let's render this for now. Also, this music's dope as fuck as well. I gotta stop saying dope. I can't help it. This music is dope as fuck. Oh, God help me. I lost the plot. Maybe if we just put some kind of glowing ass ball or something. Right, so the only part I'm missing now is trying to understand what I can use to make it look like the UFO is about to or is attacking us. Right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create two cameras. The reason I'm going to create two cameras is I want to be able to go back to the original one. So with this new camera here, we can now fuck around and do whatever we want. And then get back to the original camera. Like that, okay? And the reason I'm doing this is I want to create a new primitive of a cylinder, and I want to attach the cylinder to the mouth of the, if that's what we call it. What else would you call that? The mouth of the UFO, like this. This is getting very overtly sexual. Now the reason why I'm going to do this is because within this object I want some special effects. So we're just going to tilt it this way a little bit, so it's not perfectly straight. Right, and then when we go back to our camera, this is where our effect will go. So we're going to take a look at that material, and we want to go into Photoshop, I think, and we want like a, we almost like I want a sea of stars or something. So we want to start with like a transparent layer. So let's do like 2000 by 2000. Right, we can add noise. Same, we can't add noise because nothing is selected. I thought we could add like, I thought we could create noise though, couldn't we? Alright, let's see what Jibbity says. Let's use this one. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to create an effect coming out of a UFO. In Unity. I have created a cylinder to apply a transparent texture to, and I want lots of stars and glowing lights in the transparent texture. Okay. I'm trying to create an effect coming out of a UFO in Unity. I've created a cylinder to apply a transparent texture to, and I want lots of stars and glowing lights in the transparent texture to simulate a beam from the UFO. In Photoshop I have a 2000 by 2000 empty texture, and I'm trying to add noise, but it says the selection is empty. What's the right way to generate some random dots I can create stars out of? Can you talk me through the steps? Here are two solid workflows to generate star-like noise for your UFO beam texture in Photoshop. One uses filters noise, the other uses brush scattering if you want more artistic control. Yeah, your selection isn't working. Photoshop says selection is empty because you may have no active layer selected. No, I do have a layer selected, it's just that it's empty. So I have to fill it black first. The problem is if I fill it black though, then it's no longer transparent, is it? That's the issue. But okay, let's let it cook, let it cook, let it cook. So it's saying I fill it black, then I add more noise. So I was on the right path. Okay, 100 to 400. What? 100 to 400%. That's a lot. Uniform, monochromatic checked. Now we isolate the bright sparks. Image adjustments levels. Drag the left black slider far right. Okay. Drag the middle slider to tweak density. I can't even see the middle slider anymore. That density is fine. Right white slider a bit left to brighten the stars. You can though, like if you drag the left slider as far left as you can. Okay, I guess we're not supposed to go all the way then. Okay. Make the background transparent. Option A, use screen blending mode. Leave the layer on black and set the layer's blend mode to screen. What? Wait, what happened to my beautiful, beautiful changes? You fiend! Photoshop, you fiend! How could you? Alright, let's go with that. What do you mean? That does not. What happened? Like, I want it to look like it does in the preview. Why doesn't it look like it does in the preview? I don't understand. Isn't that supposed to actually set it to what I say? I don't understand. Like, why does the preview make it look one way? And then when I go ahead and try to apply it, I say okay. Why isn't it applying it? Am I crazy? Isn't that what's supposed to happen? I don't understand why it's not doing it. Why isn't it doing it though? It's just going back to its old self like a motherfucker. As soon as I try to apply the layer, the levels. I don't. Why is it doing that? It's not saying like it's coming up with an error or anything. What is going on? Ah! I don't know, like, I've never seen it do that before. Why is it giving me a preview that I like, and then when I actually try to apply the preview and I click OK, And in every other fucking time I've ever used this tool, that would have applied the preview. But this time, it doesn't say anything. It just goes back to what it was. Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand what the fuck is happening. Why is that not applying? It doesn't make any fucking sense. This is making me super mad. Fuck me. You're making me so mad. Why are you giving me tools that do things that I want to do, and then when I try to apply those tools, the tools are just reverting back to their fucking defaults? That doesn't make any sense. Why is that happening? I don't understand why that's happening. I've never seen that happen before. Ever. Oh my god, I'm so fucking mad right now because it's like it's just not doing it. Am I fucking going insane or what? Like, yes, I am going insane. This thing's making me go insane. Let me try creating a new image from scratch by copying and pasting the rasterized version of what we had. And try doing it again on a new image just in case there's some weird bug. It's just not doing it. What the fuck is happening? I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand why it's giving me a preview of what I want, and I select what I want and I try to apply it and it just says no, fuck you, and goes back to the beginning. And it's not saying anything. Like, it's not giving me, I mean, I don't know where it would say anything. But like sometimes you might get like a dialogue box or something that says, you know, whatever, whatever. Like this just isn't making any sense. I've never seen it do this before in my fucking life. This one time I need it to do what I'm telling it to do, and it's just not fucking doing it. Like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to do this then if it won't fucking do it? That's so annoying. New layer. Delete the background. Set the layer to black. Add noise. We're starting again. 200%. Okay, then we go to adjustments, levels. Bring this up. Bring that back a little bit. Whatever we want, right? Click OK. And it goes back. Oh my god, I'm actually going insane. I'm running into a strange issue. When I set the levels, the preview gives me a good balance output, yet when I click OK, the levels just revert back to the defaults. I've never seen this happen before, and after retrying several times, it just keeps reverting my levels back to default. This exact behavior usually means one of the following is happening in Photoshop. You're editing an adjustment layer preview instead of the actual layer. You're working on a mask, not the layer pixels. You're trying to apply levels to an empty, locked, filled, protected layer. Like, it's just a normal
Since
layer.
ads
What are you
are
talking
to run on
about?
Twitch, how about I tell you a joke?
It's just a normal fucking layer.
Doctor, do you want to hear the good news or the bad news? Patient, good news please. Doctor, we're naming a disease after you.
Oh my god, this is absolutely infuriating. No, I'm just taking the noise we generated. I can try flattening the image. Duplicating the layer. I don't know, maybe there's something to do with the noise that's like flattening the image. No, it's just, it just won't stop fucking doing it. What other reason did it give that it might do that? I'm not working on a mask, it's just a normal fucking layer. You're trying to apply levels to an empty, locked, filled, protected layer. No, it's not. It's just a normal, it's a normal fucking brand new, empty, blank fucking layer. And I've tried it on 62 copies of the same fucking layer. And making new layers and trying it again and again and again and again and again. Like, no, that's a locked protected layer. It's not locked or protected. You're adjusting a levels adjustment layer instead of applying levels to the raster layer. If you have a levels adjustment layer active in the layers panel. No! Like, it's a brand new fucking layer. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I literally have a normal, unprotected, like, just a standard layer. I control L and go to levels. I set the fucking levels. And I click OK and it just reverts back. Like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, there's nothing weird about this layer. It's just a normal layer. There's literally nothing. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what is happening. I'm going to restart Photoshop. I feel like Photoshop's just fucking bugged or something. This just isn't making any sense. It's really not. So I'm going to quit Photoshop and reopen Photoshop, because that's just not normal behavior at all. I feel like it could have bugged out or something. I hate my life. Right, let's try a brand new layer. Start again. Fill. We're doing exactly what it said to do last time. Black. Then we add our noise. Noise. Add noise. 200%. Uniform. Monochromatic. Let's go. Okay. We're going to adjustments. We're going to levels. We're increasing the levels on the left. Movie, total groovy. Don't ask. And then we click OK. And it's still reverting back. It's still reverting back. Whatever that is, it's fucking annoying. And I need to know how to stop it from happening. Is it happening on anything else? Like, what if I do it to Zoe? See, it's fine on Zoe. Like, if I do it to another image, it's fine. There must be something special about a layer of noise that we create that it's like forgetting about or something. The only options we have is like flatten image. We can duplicate layers. We can't rasterize the layer, but it should be rasterized already as far as I'm aware. Yeah, I do not understand what the fuck is happening. Yeah, there's no like fucking histogram, it's just a normal fucking layer. What are you talking about? I'm trying to think, like, is there a difference between this layer? Also, like, I'm curious what happens if, like, if I select this layer and then paste this as a layer on here, does it do the same thing with the... It made the... I wonder if it's because the image is monochromatic. Would that have anything to do with it? The image is clearly monochromatic. What? It still lets me do it on this layer. So I don't think it's got anything to do with the fact that it's monochromatic. Yeah, it's just, it's the fucking noise. It's just the noise that we create does not want to be filtered by level. It just reverts back. It's like there's something about generated noise on a layer that just point blank refuses to be, to have its levels adjusted. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Okay, let's do something weird. So I think it's like this, it's some weird Photoshop thing, I think. So let's save this. First of all, I don't want the image to be monochromatic. It has to be color because we want to make colorful dots eventually. So I'm going to, that might be enough. I don't think that will be enough, but let's just see what happens. Yeah, it's still doing it. Alright, so we're going to save it as a PNG. And then we're going to like reopen it and see if it still does it or whatever. I don't know. because it should lose all of the like layer information. That should force it to rasterize as just pixels, I would think. Because right now I feel like it's in some weird state that makes it different from a standard layer or whatever the fuck, right? So I'm going to save this as saved noise. And now I'm going to close that image. I'm going to close that image. We're going to open saved noise. This should be a normal layer now, a rasterized layer. There's no way it could be anything else. Oh! It doesn't make any sense! That doesn't make any fucking sense at all. What is happening? What even is happening? Like, genuinely, what is even happening right now? I'm so confused. It's not a monochromatic image anymore. This should just be like pixels, right? So why is Photoshop? And if we put another image, we tested this. If we put another layer on this and we adjust that layer and we adjust its levels, that sticks. So what is it about this fucking layer that's just a bunch of pixels again, really? Like, what is it about this layer that it does not want to apply the fucking the layer to? The levels to? That doesn't make any sense. That literally makes no sense. There's nothing different about these two layers. They're the fucking same. They're just two separate layers. I want it to make sense. I can't stand when things don't make sense. Like, what the fuck is even happening? That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. Things that don't make sense drive me insane. Because, like, I understand exactly how all this shit works even, right? And it doesn't even, I can't even understand what is happening. It's got to be some kind of weird bug. But even if it was a bug, right, it's like, okay, well, we should have tricked it into treating that as a rasterized layer, even if it contained more than just rasterization before. We kind of forced it into a rasterized layer by saving it as a PNG and then reopening it. There's no way it could be anything else. And yet it's still doing the weird, I don't want to apply those changes to this, to the levels bullshit. Okay, this time it's locked as a background, I guess. That was only after we changed it and flattened it. I've never seen anything like this before in my entire life. This makes no sense. This makes absolutely zero sense. Absolutely zero sense. I fucking hate shit like this though, right? Because like, all I'm trying to do is create an effect for an image. Like, how long is this going to take for me to fix? Like, I don't understand. It shouldn't even be happening. It doesn't even make any sense how it's even happening. I can't make any sense out of this. I really can't make any sense out of this. I can't make any sense out of this at all. I've never seen anything like this. This is actual insanity to me. Like, what is even happening? What is even happening? Let me read more of this. There is no mask. There's no mask. It's not locked. Yeah, it's like it's completely unlocked. This doesn't make any fucking sense. I can't cope. I'm unable to cope if I can't understand what is happening. What am I even supposed to do in this situation? Like, what I'm trying to do isn't even that complicated. I already have my noise. It's like this, but I can't do it if it won't apply the levels to the fucking layer, which it's clearly not. But there's no logical reason why it's not. It's just a rasterized layer, the same as any other layer. The layer's not locked. There's no mask. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I want it to make sense. At least make sense. What if I save it? Like, I can't understand why this would make any difference. What if I save it as a JPEG of saved noise and then open it as a JPEG? Will that change anything? Standard. High. Okay. Close. No. Open. Save noise.jpg. Adjustments. Right, now it's got a fucking... Now it's a locked fucking layer, so we'll delete the locked layer. Now it's a normal layer. It's a normal layer, everybody. It's a normal goddamn layer. There's nothing weird about it. It's a normal layer. We get the preview. It looks good. Lovely, lovely. Delicious. And then it says, no, fuck you. It says, fuck you, motherfucker. You ain't getting those changes, you piece of shit. Like, what the hell is that? It makes no sense. And we can put this on top of it to prove that, like, another layer it will be fine with, right? Another layer, it's like, oh yeah, we can do that. Yeah, sure thing, bud. There you go. There's your changes, motherfucker. But for some reason on this fucking layer, which is still a layer, like we could call this layer 4 or whatever. The name doesn't have anything to do with it, right? Because it's just a fucking name. Like, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't do anything. But then when we do that, oh no, you can't have those changes, sir. No, fuck you, motherfucker. Like, what the hell? What is even happening? Why? Genuinely, like, it makes no sense. It makes absolutely zero sense. I don't even know. I just don't even know. I don't even know how to make sense of that. You can't make sense of that. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. There's no sense. There's no logic. There's absolutely nothing. There's no sense to be made of this at all whatsoever, ever. Zero sense. It's nonsense. That's what it is. I must be asleep. Look, I'm asleep. Wake up! You're dreaming. This isn't real. Because it makes no sense. Oh my god. What do I even do? What do I even do in this situation? Like, this is an existential crisis now. Nothing's real. It's all just an illusion. It's all fallen apart. It's all crashed. Life has crashed. What the hell? What do we do? I'm serious though, like, what do you fucking do? Like, I can't work without tools. Delete layer, create new layer, create new group, create new fill or adjustment layer. It's just a standard fucking layer, dude. Add a layer style, link layers. Okay, let's see what it comes back with. I can confirm layer is normal and not locked. There are no masks, blending options, just a new layer with the noise added to block fill. I can add a second layer and those levels apply, but this one still reverts back. I tried saving reopening as PNG to ensure layer is rasterized, same issue. I tried saving reopening as JPEG, same issue. There's something specifically happening with a layer of generated noise that refuses to apply level adjustments. I'm at a loss on how to proceed. This very specific behavior, levels will preview but won't apply, only on a layer created from filter, noise, add noise, usually points to a corrupted layer state caused by one of these extremely rare but known Photoshop quirks. The layer was created in 32-bit linear mode internally. Photoshop thinks the layer has no editable pixel channel. Internal flag bug. The add noise filter produced a smart object-like state without showing as one. Fortunately, there are 3 reliable fixes that force Photoshop to rebuild the pixel data. One of them always works. Create a blank layer underneath your noise layer. See, I told you it was a bug. I told you it was a bug. Blank layer underneath the noise layer. Select the noise layer and press Ctrl and E. merge down. Alright, let's try it. It's still doing it. It's still doing it. Select the noise player. Select all, copy. I've done this? You don't think I've done this? This is what I'm saying, right? This is the weirdest part of it. And also, like I said, right? Like I already said. I'm trying to think what I can't finish my sentence. What was I thinking? My thought. What was my full thought? Yeah, like I already said, I saved it as a PNG, which would force it to, like, here's the thing, right? If you, whatever bug is happening with layers and things, right? That's all internal Photoshop logic, right? So the reason for saving the image as a JPEG and a PNG and reopening it in Photoshop is because by saving it as a standard image file, all a PNG can possibly contain is rasterized data. It doesn't contain any of the Photoshop stuff because that's internal to Photoshop. So it's like importing a foreign file format into Photoshop to load it just as an image. So it would have to load that purely as an image, purely as rasterized data. And yet it still does it. So that's the most bizarre part. Is, okay, if it was like an internal quirky Photoshop bug, which had something to do with like noises and layers and whatever, right? Then you bypass all that by forcing it into a rasterized file format and then reopening it purely as raw rasterized data. Therefore, circumventing any of the weird Photoshop quirky things that could be happening. Like, Photoshop can no longer see this as whatever noise is, you know, internally to Photoshop. No, it would purely just see these pixels with their values. And yet it's still doing it. Where we've got group instead of layer. I don't know whether that, I can't imagine why that would make any difference. Shit, I'm not sure how I did that, what I did. Yeah, that hasn't made any difference. It also said something about like 32 fucking bit, some fucking bullshit, didn't it? We've got it on 8-bit right now. Let's try 16-bit. This is fucking insane. I don't even understand what's happening. I don't even understand how this can happen. Like, this defies all logic. Even like all programming logic even. It doesn't make any sense. It's like I'm actually going insane. Like, even trying to understand. The only other thing I don't always have open is color. I can't see how color would, having color open might. cause issues, but it's not something that I would typically have open. Yeah, no. I feel like something's gotten fucked up somewhere. I wonder if like reinstalling Photoshop from scratch would fix it. I mean, it's worth a try at this point. We tried fix 1 and fix 2, which didn't do anything. Fix 3, convert the layer to a smart object and then rasterize. We'll try this one last thing. Convert it to a smart object and then rasterize the layer. The layer's already rasterized though, right? Because it has to be. It has to be. That's what's so bizarre about this. It's so weird. Yeah, no, it just reverts back. I don't know if it fully reverts back. Yeah, it seems to. And it thinks it's doing it, right? Like when you, like the undo system, like has it recorded as an active change, even though it didn't actively change anything. Like it's definitely a bug of some kind. Another thing I want to do, because sometimes when you're in like fucking nothing makes sense land, it's often worth just doing like a quick malware scan as well. I remember one time I came across this bug in Unity and nothing was making sense. And for days I was banging my head against a brick wall trying to understand what the hell was even happening. And out of like sheer desperation, I did a malware scan and it detected malware and cleaned it off. And then everything just started working again. Now how the fuck malware could affect Unity's like code that you're writing in Unity, I don't even know. I can't even understand that. But after the malware was cleaned, everything started working again. It was weird. And I was like, okay, that's weird. So ever since then, I always like, if I'm desperate enough, I'll just do a malware scan in case like something is interfering with things. But that's only ever happened once in my entire life. And even now it seems weird. Like, could it have just been a coincidence? I don't know. Like, I still don't really understand how malware could affect like code that you write in Unity and how that could affect what Unity does. But that seemed to be the result. It's very bizarre. I guess I'm reinstalling Photoshop because like I don't know what else to do. Yeah, I genuinely don't know what else to do. So with Revo, we can clear out all the registry keys and everything else as well. I speak Russian just for fun sometimes. Yeah, I bought this. I bought this official copy in Russia when I was on holiday. It was a good. It was a good deal. It was a good price. In case you're wondering about that. I hate stuff like this though, because it's like it really throws like a spanner in the works, you know. Right, it says 4 detections, but it's probably ring 0, which is my thermostat stuff. Because a vulnerability was found in ring 0, but like not everything I use that has thermostat has moved away from it yet. Like Libra hardware monitor specifically. Hasn't been updated in fuck knows how long. Have they updated that yet? Where's my mouse? Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, everything went a bit weird there. Let me check. I wish I could type. Yeah, it hasn't been updated since November 2024. So it still has the ring 0 vulnerability thing. I don't think this will ever get updated again. I don't know, it says here the lib was updated 3 hours ago, but when are they going to actually fucking fix this? Well, I'm probably going to need to end the stream here because I'm going to need to restart my computer a couple of times. Reinstall Photoshop. Fun times. Sometimes I wonder why I even bother. Like, I don't mind when... This is what always annoys me, like when the tools break, it's super annoying. Because like the creative process can be difficult enough as it is, right? That you got all this shit to do, especially making games. Holy shit. There's so many fucking parts to making games. And like that part's fine because like you've just gotta like get your head down and just get on with it, right? You just deal with things one step at a time. But like when the tools completely fall apart like this, it's like, oh my god. It's such a setback. It's such a crazy like setback. It would be like Leonardo DiCaprio, not Leonardo, what the fuck, Leonardo da Vinci or Michelangelo, like, you know, doing his fucking Sistine Chapel or whatever, and his fucking paintbrush fucking snaps and fucking pokes him in the fucking eye. His fucking paint starts fucking dripping all over his face. Like, you know, he's just like, oh my god, like this, like, it's like, I don't think you could have created the works that he could create unless the tools he used were reliable. Maybe I'm wrong, you know, maybe there was plenty of moments when Michelangelo was like fucking poking himself in the eye with his paintbrushes and everything's falling apart and he's, you know, poking holes in his canvas and stuff. I doubt it, but you never know, I guess. But that would be the equivalent, right, in digital terms. You know, when Photoshop just decides, no, fuck you, I'm not going to work today. It's like, oh, great. So now I've got to spend the next 3 hours troubleshooting this and fixing this. You know, and here I was trying to actually do some work. I don't know. It sure is a giant pain in the arse. Alright, well, like I said, I'm going to have to end the stream. I'm going to need to, like, troubleshoot this now and reinstall things and see if I can figure out what the fuck is going on. Great. It's exactly what I wanted to be doing. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. I think I like my new music player though. And now my camera frame like wiggles to the music. It was something I did late last night. It's kind of fun though. I don't know, and that's the thing, right? Like, I do all of that, right? I made a list of like features that my AI agent now has. It's something I've just been kind of like pissing around with over the last 5 years since I started streaming. Adware. System 32 tasks Cappy. Current version. What is this? Task cache boot. Okay. Alright, well, I'll be back when I'm back. Bye.